Good evening and welcome to BackChat. I'm your host, Timo Madima. This evening we are chatting to Ethan Noble. It's going to be a good one. We're going to have a good time. So welcome to you all. I hope you guys are excited for this evening. Good evening, everybody. Hope you guys are good. Ernest, host, I see you. Marex, Rendani, I see you. Another Coach Davis, welcome, welcome. Jane B, I see you. Salvin Lowe, welcome, guys. Christine Fox, we're just waiting for Kyle Apple, and then we're gonna go live. We're gonna have a good time, and yeah, so we're about to get started. Welcome, everybody. Hope you guys are doing good. We're gonna have a good time. I tell you, Mr. Noble.
What's up, Tim? How are you?
How you doing, man? You good?
I'm fantastic, and yourself?
Cool, man. I'm super excited to have you here. I think we're gonna have a super awesome chat. The noble one is here, the noble man, noble young man, and yeah, man, excited about this. How you been, though?
No, I've been great. Can't complain. I'm healthy. If I'm healthy, then everything else will just follow in a positive direction. So can't complain, eh?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Kyle, obviously, as is tradition here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little introduction so that everybody who's watching can know who's in the building, and then after that, we'll get going. Is that cool?
No problem, brother.
All right, but before we do that, let's play just to get the mood going up in here. Hey, hey.
Hey,
Woo! Kyle Apple. You know, when I think of you guys, I think Kyle Apple, Clarence Munyai, Giflio Khela. It's like a special class of you guys. You guys started something, you know what I mean? And that's why I was like, hey, you know, when I'm going down my list, I always think whoever we had on here. And definitely good to have you here, Ethan. So yeah, thanks a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are watching, I'm gonna do an introduction to this young man. Listen up. He is the SA under 20 100-meter silver medalist. He's also the SA under 20 200-meter bronze medalist. SA high school championship 100-meter silver medalist, as well as the SA under 18 championship 100-meter bronze medalist. Ladies and gentlemen, Ethan Noble. Thanks for joining us again, man. And yeah, I think we're gonna have a good one. Talk to me. It's been crazy times, but we're here now. You know, COVID. The season is done. Pre-season, the next season is coming up. What's been happening in your world and preparation wise and so on?
Obviously, it's been a tough time for a whole lot of people. I'm pretty sure no one else had it any different.
Yeah.
Athletes, non-athletes, be it in the classroom or on the track or on the rugby field, whatever the case may be. I think it was definitely a time of adaptation, a time to adjust. And if you couldn't really adjust, then you sort of followed the bus, as they say.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the people that I have in my corner managed to pull a few strings for me in order to continue with my training and with my. So it hasn't really been a hassle. The only issue that I've had a few times was getting access to a track. I'm pretty sure most athletes can relate to road running. Gets the job done, but you feel your shins and your Achilles a few weeks later.
Yeah. That's true. The road is a bit different than the track, huh?
Yeah. Something else. So I take my hat off to marathon runners, road runners, because it's another type of. Hey.
That is so true, man. I see Emery Maritz says, "Hey Ethan, can we get a move on? Move on, huh? Hit us with a move on. I want to hear too."
No, I don't know what move is. I don't know. I don't know.
All right, we also have some comments here from Speedy Benji. He says, "Ethan Noble, you inspire me, man." And I saw another message up here. Obviously, man, and you know that's one of those things that, you know, I can attest to myself, man. You're a person who is always positive, you know, highly motivated, always have a smile, always have an inspirational and a motivational word, you know, waiting. Where does this come from, man? Is this something that you've always been? Did you see this in your household? Where does it come from?
I'm gonna give you almost my whole life story, but I'll try and keep it.
Let's go. Let's go.
I don't know, growing up, you know, in primary school and high school, you always want everything with the snap of a finger, you know, and if you don't get it immediately, then the world's gonna end. You know, you just become irritable, stubborn, upset. And I think from a very young age, I've gone through disappointment very soon, a lot more sooner than most of us. Or the guys you see today shining. I remember when I went abroad to the States, I was thinking, geez, I'm going to get fast. I'm going to run 10 O's. I'm going to run 10 ones. I'm going to be pumping the weights. Little did I know, it turned out being the opposite. And didn't really get what I wanted to. Didn't really achieve my goal. And obviously at the time, I didn't understand why, you know. But then as I was growing, as I was maturing, I thought, you know what, you just got to learn to be patient. Things aren't going to go your way the first time around, second, third, fourth, or maybe even the 10th. But I think if you just maintain consistency and a little bit of patience, then you just can stay positive. It's automatic. It becomes habit, and then sooner or later your routine will allow good things to just come out of whatever it is that you're doing or want out of life. It sounds so cliche, but it's been how it is for me so far. So that's pretty much the secret, I guess.
Yeah, man. I think that's so powerful, man. And you know, like one thing about individual sports, you know, and athletics, is that the amount of maturity you have to take compared to other sports. Man, it's insane, you know, because as soon as you become a senior athlete, you almost become like an adult. Same time, it's like you have to manage your time, manage your resources. You have to be responsible. You know what I mean? Discipline. I don't even talk discipline anymore. That's a given. You know, without it, I mean, it's a recipe for disaster. Eventually, it will come. You know, but to see how you've matured over the years as well, man, it's really it really shows that athletics is the best sport in the world.
Or you know, when you have a Monday session or a Wednesday, you think otherwise.
It's funny, like you know, every Monday you get to that point where you're like, why am I doing this sport? You know what I mean? Why didn't I play rugby? Why didn't I take a team sport? And Tuesday it's like you've got amnesia and you forget and you're back on the track smiling again, and the show must go on.
Or else you're just gonna regret it in the end.
So yeah, man, that's just how it is. So tell us, where did your running journey start? Were you always an athlete, or did you do other sports before this?
Hey, I was a Duracell bunny, eh? I grew up playing baseball, cricket, rugby, and athletics. And then when I approached grade 11, my parents told me, listen, you got to choose one, because if you play in rugby and athletics, that's going to be the other. So I decided to take athletics, and that's when I managed to make my first ASA championships in 2015 Bloemfontein. I remember a lot of hype was around Kyle and Gift and Clarence, and yeah, I step into this scene and I don't know what's happening. I just want to run. I just want to, you know what I'm saying? I took it seriously in 2015, and then 2016, 2018, and then 2019 I've been at Tux up until right now. So it's been a roller coaster. I can say that for sure. But I'm definitely grateful for all the experience gained.
I mean, I think when you talk 2015, it reminds me, and it was Bloemfontein, you know, national championships. That time, Backtrack was still like so small. You know, I literally, and I'm not exaggerating, one man, I got into the car, drove down to Bloemfontein, stayed with some guys there, you know, and I put a camera. Doof.
Yeah.
And the whole championship, I was alone filming race after race. That's where we started, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's why your guys' journey is also significant, because it's almost parallel with how our journey was. You know, everybody looks at Backtrack now and you're like, whatever it is people think about us. But I mean, we were grinding, man, from day one.
Yeah.
You know, just going out there and just the passion of seeing you guys do what you guys did at that time, and also see where athletics has come in this past few years, man. It's really beautiful, because sprints in SA, man, is probably some of the most watched or anticipated. We're probably one of the countries that everybody is watching to see. When are these guys gonna blow up to weight? You know, get it fully right, and then we take over the world.
It's coming soon.
Absolutely, man. So you said you go to your first nationals 2015. You get a taste of how that is, all the hype, the pressure, the attention, and all that. How do you take it, you know, and how do you use that to build momentum towards, I mean, your junior years? I mean, as a under 18, you won a bronze medal in the 100 that year.
Yeah.
And then you eventually moved up to senior ranks. You got a silver in the 100, as well as a bronze in the 200. That set you up to go to the United States of America as well. How was this transition? Tell us about it.
No, look, I think from youth to junior, it's not as drastic. I think
Yeah.
get away with it. Ride this hype train, they like to call it nowadays. Because you're so young and your body has all this energy and all these nerves going in the right direction. But I think once you transition from junior to seniors, it's a whole nother ball game. I remember when we still had the under 23 category, and then they took it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think a lot of the youngsters now coming out of juniors and going to seniors, they want that instant gratification, and that's good, because I mean it shows that the hunger is there, the determination is there. But you know, you're not going to win every race, and I think it's ironic. I was actually speaking to my coach this week about it. We have so many coaches coaching athletes physically, but there's no psychological coaching, mental coaching. And I think nowadays, when a few youngsters upcoming, when they lose a race or two, they think it's the end of the world. And it's actually far from the end of the world. You just need to
very far.
Part of the process. And I think not a lot of guys understand that. But I must say, for myself, it's going to sound quite ironic. Losing a lot of races at a young age actually did me great. Like, I'm not ashamed about it. Because it was a disappointment. And I mean, if you can handle it, you can do anything. Like I told you the other day.
Yeah.
I just look forward from the bad race. I look back at it, I assess it, I just move on. And that's pretty much it.
Absolutely, man. And I like that you say it's not the end of the world, because, you know, sometimes you get so caught in like athletics that you think it's you know, the only thing that defines you as a person, or even, you know, it defines your state of happiness or joy, whatever you want to call it, you know. And it's not it. It's a stepping stone, and there's a process, man. You're only 23 years old. You have to run against some of the best seniors in the country.
Yeah.
And one day your time will come, you know what I mean? It's just, when your time comes, it's your time, you know, and that's how it rolls.
Just have to be ready.
You just have to be ready. I like that. Let's do a few more introductions. I see Zagiti Nene jumped in, the 400-meter champion. We're waiting for that 44 brother. We also have the likes of, I saw Jason is in here. Is it Jason? Yeah, I saw Jason is in here as well. Welcome to you, Jason. Emil Peterson, my man. I see you. Welcome. Oh, Stompy the greatest Stompy. He's in here as well. Welcome, guys. There's a lot more people in here. Zoe, I see you. Sparkle Shine, I see you. Thanks for joining, guys. It's always good to have you guys here. If I don't give you a shout out, it's not personal. Just wave again. Nick's the runner. I see you, Nicole. Thanks for joining. I see them are Wes. Wes says Sorry, man. He says never say die and always be ready. Attitude equals Ethan Noble. I like that, man. That's powerful stuff right there. So, Ethan,
Yes.
tell me. So now, obviously, you've learned. You went through the transition from, you said, from youth to junior. That's pretty simple. It happens naturally and so on. 2017, things are firing. You pop, pop. You know, things are nice. All of a sudden, there's an opportunity to go to the United States of America. How does this come about? Did somebody WhatsApp you? Did they email you? Did you inquire? Did they find you? How does this process works? Maybe somebody who is in here can learn.
Yeah, actually, I got a few offers, believe it or not, over Facebook. Few of the universities. And once that came around, obviously the thought had crossed my mind. You know, growing up as a youngster, you think, the States, the land of the free, the home of the... you think about all this hype. You see all your Gattons, your Colemans, you obviously want to be in that environment,
Yeah.
That's when I spoke to my parents and I was like, I actually want to do this. And so, fortunately, around the time, an agency approached my family and I called Athletes USA. It's called ASM Scholarships from now on.
Okay.
And they were just the middleman. They dealt with the guys on that side, got the offers, and then just came to me and put it all out on the table, and I could just pick and choose which one satisfies my taste buds. And that was pretty much it.
So your taste buds, they were satisfied, obviously, somewhere. You chose a certain university.
Yeah.
That journey to America, was it as you pictured it? You know what I mean? I'm going to the United States of America. Now I'm saying I'm gonna take over the world. What's your mentality? How is it? Because I mean, it's just like with when you think Europe, running in Europe, everybody thinks it's like you're just gonna chill, and everything comes to you. But when you get that side, man, it's a grind. You travel more than anything else and whatever. But just give us an idea of how is the system like in America, and how was your experience personally? It won't be the same for everybody, but how was yours?
Now, obviously, getting there, I was asking myself, when am I gonna get this American accent? And a week went by, a month went by, and it just never came around. So I was like, okay, maybe this is not. But I think the whole system on that side, I was quite fortunate. I had guys in my corner who wanted me to excel.
Yeah.
In the classroom, on the track, obviously both. And I think from a training perspective, it's very, it's rigid, it's structured. I know my coach that I'm with now, he's obviously structured always, but I think on that side, it's just like, instead of a one-man job, it's like a whole team. If the head coach isn't there, there's an assistant, there's a deputy, all that stuff. And it's crazy, man. You wake up 5:30 in the mornings to go gym at 6, and then you got class at 8 a.m. Then you have at 1:30, and then you got to go do track until about 4.
Yeah.
And then you got a 5:30 class. And it's like that almost every day. They really center the gym around everything. Pumping the weights, pumping the iron. I think that would be the only difference. It's just they really live, eat, sleep, weights. Huge adjustment for me. But again, I'm thankful for the experience, even though I went backwards.
So at what point were you like, man, this American thing is not working for me. I want to go back to South Africa, man. Mzansi, I'm coming back.
It was actually when I saw Clarence on the record, the 200 meter.
Yeah.
I remember I was at the indoor track, and I was with my coach. It was just us, and we were live streaming the championship, and we just see this time, and I'm like, good Lord. And I thought to myself, and I decided to come to the States. I should have stayed back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But not like I compared myself to other athletes. I decided to come back when when I just wasn't going in the forward direction that I wanted. I actually, if I tell you the times that I ran, the fastest time that I ran that side was a 10.65 with a plus 4.5 wind.
Yo, with a
Yeah,
+4.
+4. So you expect me to run 10.2s, 10.1s?
Hey.
No, far from that. Far from that.
Yeah.
And that's when I thought, maybe this is not for me. And people will think, yeah, I wasted my time. But I mean, I went there, I went into the field, I tried it out, I experienced it. I came to the conclusion that it was not for me. And I decided to come back. And you see guys like Patu, there's a few other guys, I think at TCU as well. They're tearing the track up. And I think it's everyone's different, Everyone
Yeah.
acts and responds different, and coaches here, coaches there, the routine, everything, it's different. And if you respond well to it, fantastic. If you don't, it's okay. Just find another environment and see if it works. That's pretty much it.
Absolutely, man. I think, and I mean, it's a hard decision to make, because end of the day, what you got to respect is that when you make a decision, whatever it is, you stick to it. If you say I'm coming back home, you stick to it, and you have to be content. Because I mean, end of the day, man, how many people get to get a bursary to study in America? The opportunity and experience you got through that.
Yeah.
That's something that your parents wouldn't. They couldn't even dream of studying in America. Whilst running, and I mean, I think that's the beauty of this sport, man. It creates, everybody. We all wanna be, record breakers. We wanna break the record like Clarence. We all wanna break records like Akani Simbini now, But everybody's journey is just so different, man, and you just have to respect your journey. And I always say, man, you have to stay in the sport long enough to give yourself an opportunity to peak. Peak years are anything from 28 upwards.
Yeah.
So, you've got a responsibility to stay in there, and, commit to it until you get to a point where you can actually peak, because peak years are different, man. Everything just happens automatically as well. So your time is coming, man. Your time is coming. Your time is coming.
Fingers crossed.
Please. Let's do a few more welcomes. I see Stefanus Johannes Rulof is in here. Jareem Bengui is in here as well. Welcome to you. Marij Engelbracht. Welcome. Lorena Kayla, I see you. Junior Mpefu, I see you as well. Welcome. Thanks for joining, guys. I see Vuyani Ngoveni says, thanks for being such a good role model. He's talking about you, not me. So big ups.
Much love.
Yeah, man. Much love. So talk about this, man. I think this is important. I see we're obviously at the Puma School of Speed event also this weekend. And, I personally think it's so cool what they have you guys, the responsibility and what they're teaching you guys about building your brand, interacting with crowds, but also just, really making an effort to give back to the brand and actually fall in love with the brand. That's your support structure. Obviously, Grigora as well, your coach, and everybody that's in your guys' system making things work. Talk about what's the importance of building a brand? What have you learned over these years, building a brand and being able to work with such big brands? What are the expectations, and how do you conduct yourself in this journey?
I think it all comes down to how you handle yourself, how you take care of yourself, look after yourself. Everyone talks about different running brands, Puma, Nike, Adidas, or whatever. But the most important brand that they're forgetting is themselves. In order to associate yourself with anyone or anything, you really got to look at yourself first and get to the drawing board of, maximizing your own potential. And once you focus on yourself, everything else will follow. I mean, it goes hand in hand. Like if you if you look after yourself, if you network, if you can converse with people, if you can just chat, you know, just maintain conversation, I think it goes a long way. Like, I know, I'm not going to mention any names, but I see a lot of these youngsters upcoming. I mean, I say I'm not young, but these youngsters upcoming, you know, they're throwing down good times, but the next week or the next month when they get back to the track, it's like they don't greet you. You know, they think everything is about you, and they expect you to just greet first. I mean, I have no problem in acknowledging first me, but I think if you can just be be nice to your neighbor, love your neighbor,
Yeah.
Good energy will come back to you, and that's pretty much it. Not like
Absolutely, man. I
not
like
like you,
that, man.
yeah. I mean, not like you expect anything in return. What you're giving to this planet is what you get back. That's simple.
Very simple, man. And I like what you said about you know, most people forget that number one, they're the brand, you know, because if you see yourself as a brand, the responsibility of that is that you represent yourself 24/7, Monday to Sunday, 365. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you wild out at any given moment, your brand is in jeopardy, because you
Yeah.
know you are the brand ambassador, the main ambassador.
Yeah.
You can't always come back and say sorry, because if you say sorry, people are like, hey, how can you trust you? That's you, man.
Exactly.
Nobody was in your body. So it's so important, man, what you said, and I hope these athletes will keep that in mind. You know, yeah, it's important. You must drive it. You know, I think a lot of people make a mistake of thinking that their brand is just gonna grow as they run fast and whatever. But even if you're running fast, man, you gotta put in the work. People need to love you. You need to be approachable. You need to consciously make a decision to be approachable, and your sponsors must love you and must want to have you around. You know, if Puma, and I'll be honest with you, man. From what I heard the weekend, you know, in the circles that I'm at, I hear they're like, "Hey, Ethan did well this weekend. He's positive. He's what." But you know, those are stuff you won't always hear. But I've got insight for you, man. That's what I'm hearing. You know, and yeah, man, keep it up, because end of the day, that's the brand. You know, that's what people know of you, and that's what they've heard and seen. So keep it up, young man.
I appreciate
Role model. I need to know. Do you have any role models in track and field or any other sport or in life in general?
It's definitely Tom Brady. He's an NFL player.
Oh yeah,
And let me tell you why. I mean, I know there's not a lot of NFL supporters out here,
yeah.
but it's not just because he's now 6-time Super Bowl.
Goat.
It's his process. You know, high school, university, he was never, you know, the first pick or the second pick. He was always in the second team on the bench. And it's what I said early on in the live. If you can handle disappointment, if you can just take your chin and just stay consistent, then you will eventually, your turn will come around. And
Yeah.
that's definitely why Tom Brady's my role model. There's another guy. There's a whole bunch, man.
Yeah.
Goodness, I think Lewis Hamilton as well. You know, coming through adversity.
Yeah.
Being neglected growing up, and you know, just proving everyone wrong. Who else? Goodness, man. She's my role model.
Okay. Now that's good, man. That's good. That's enough. 3. I'm good. And I mean, I think what I like about those role models is that all of them are like, it's people that literally had to stick in there, you know, until their potential was fully. It was not like, you know, it didn't come easy, and then they had to like remain consistent over years and years and years, and that's what they've built themselves for as brands as well, you know.
Yeah, for sure. for sure.
Your biggest motivation in staying in track and field. You gave us a Monday motivation. I know that. Why are you still doing this? Why are you? Here's the question. Here's the question. Listen carefully.
For sure.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Huh? Very simple question. Why are you running, Ethan?
You really have a way of things. I just really enjoy it, man.
Yeah.
I love the fact of knowing that what you put in is really what you get out. And I just love investing in myself. That's the best investment you can make, in my opinion, is in yourself. And I've reaped the rewards bit by bit, and you could say I'm a sucker for speed, even though I'm not running it. We'll get there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's just the whole shebang of, okay, if I do this, if I work on this component, then this component will improve. And it's a chain reaction here and there. And I just love investing in myself. And I think this sport, you know, when I was young, I'm sure a lot of the guys can relate. When you're in school, you know, you play the game first into the tree and back.
Yeah.
The R5, or gets the sandwich, or gets the Fanta orange or the Coke, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where it started, you know. And then from there on, my parents would give me quite great initiatives every now and again. If you come first, I'll buy you a little soccer ball. If you come first,
Yeah.
I'll take you out to Ocean Basket or Spur, and you get ribs or a whole bunch of calamari or whatever. And it's just, it's not saying that, okay, I'm going to get something in return. It's just the fact that through that whole process, you just really enjoy it. I know a lot of guys say, it's not about the destination, it's the journey, the process.
Yeah.
You know, not only do you become a better athlete, but a better person as well. And I think through sport, you learn a lot that you can apply out of your field, you know, in the working office, in the mall, or whatever the case may be, your next business meeting, whatever. I think you learn so much through sport, and especially an individual sport. Just you. If you mess up, it's on you. If you do great, it's on you. And obviously those in your close circle, your coach. But I think as a whole, track and field really, for me, it's made me a better human being, not just a better athlete.
Yeah, man. I think, like, man, I'll put my word on this, man. I think if you there's literally no better sport than athletics. Maybe I'm a bit biased, but the parallel to life that you get to see in athletics, man, it's so personal, because, like you said, you put in the work, you see results. There's the pressures of life. Everybody's got the pressures of life. And when you step on that line, it's all about managing it. You know what I mean? When you're done with athletics, that lesson is not going to go away. That's something that you're going to have to apply as well. Balance, family, friends, making right decisions all the time. You know, do we go out tonight and dance until whatever time? Or do we rest, you know, and get ready for that speed session on Saturday or competition day? Because, man, when you step on that line, it's not like a team sport where you can hide behind the superstars, you know. Maybe you get one header, you score. Hey, you're running flat out, 100% against other animals who want to dethrone you. You know what I mean? So it's tough.
I think the two most important things that track and field has taught me is balance and prioritization. You know, you have to balance, you know, your social life, your physical life, your whatever the case may be, your academic life or whatever, and you got to prioritize. You know, is this burger that I'm about to eat gonna make me feel great in tomorrow's it just makes you a better human being, in my opinion.
Absolutely, man. Ethan, just a message. We're gonna wrap it up now. A message to those who are watching, but also, you know, there's a lot of people here that are saying, "Hey, man, this guy's my role model for real, for real, for real." And there's people that, you know, friends and whatever that you've made in the country and all over the world that will be, you know, watching whatever. What message do you have to those people, you know?
I should say that along with the message I told you on Monday, Demba, any hardships that you're going through, you know, you feel like you're going backwards, or you're stagnant, or you're just not making any forward progression, or maybe you switch coaches in athletics and you worry that you're not going to get better. Maybe you went back to your old coach and you thinking, shit, but it's not going to get better, or whatever the case may be. You module for your studies and you worried about your training, you're not going to have time to train, or whatever the case may be. I think you should live where your feet are. What's done is done. You can't undo it. Just keep looking forward. Stay ambitious, hungry, and positivity will come out of wherever it is that you are. And if you can handle disappointment, you can do anything. And I just want to say to my close mates back home in Cape Town, you know, you are my family abroad. They know who they are, and my close mates, you know, from all parts of the world. I just want to say much love from Pretoria, and my parents as well, and my coach. We are not done yet, and I'm thankful and grateful to have each and every single one of you in my life. And that's pretty much it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it straight from Ethan Noble, my brother. From my side and from Backtrack, you know, keep shining, man. Keep working hard. Keep dreaming.
Sure.
You know, keep pursuing excellence. You know, excellence is like it's a never-ending journey, man. You'll never reach it, but the journey towards it makes you a better person in general. You know. So keep at it. We'll be out here always with our cameras, recording and trying to make you guys shine for the rest of the world. That's our responsibility. And yeah, man, keep on keeping on. People see it, we see it. The people you work with see it, your friends, your family, they see it. So, aluta continua.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Now, man, it's been a pleasure. Let's wrap it up, man. Hey. Hey. Woo. Yeah, man. Thanks for joining us. For everybody who's watching, have a good evening, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll be back again later this week. Guess who we've got on Thursday? I'm bringing Roger Cedres. We're bringing Roger Cedres, one of SA's best photographers, athletics and so on, guys. He's played such a big part in athletics in the country. Make sure to check that one out. But otherwise, my man, Ethan, thanks a lot. Take care, and yeah, we'll chat soon.
God bless, brother.
God bless. Good night, guys. Thanks a lot. Cheers.